Some Q&As. So Asad and I are just going to sit here, we're going to ask each other a few questions about training, about diet, about lifestyle, about life and our approach to university. I'm so upset. Alright, let's try this again. So you were saying you started training around grade 8?
So I started training end of grade 11, beginning of matric. If I could say how many times a week, maybe 4 to 5 times a week.
And was this like prepping for that?
Yeah, this was because well I was playing rugby as well, and I said that I wanted to get a bit bigger for rugby, because you know when you transition to matric, you start playing first team, you want to be bigger because there are guys that are pretty big. So that's when I started gymming. I didn't follow a diet or anything specific, but that's when I started really training, and I think that's where I started to enjoy the whole gym life routine.
And like how long did it take before you started seeing like good results?
So you see, the thing is, I train every day for 2 hours, or not every day, say Monday to Friday for 2 hours every single time, thinking that that is what would have got me bigger. But obviously I didn't know the importance of a diet yet. So I was just training and eating what I wanted to. And I guess I did put on a bit of muscle, but it wasn't a significant amount because my diet wasn't on point. And I wish I knew that when I was younger, much younger. So then when VAC came, the last 6 months before VAC, I actually got a diet, and I mainly ate chicken and fish for 6 months. And that was my first time where I ever had to follow a plan. And I actually enjoyed it. It was nice to see how much self-discipline I actually had. So actually, vice versa.
What fish was it? Was it like hake and stuff?
It was hake, baked, not fried. I did a lot of
baked in the oven.
Baked in the oven. Okay, so since we're on this topic, what about you, Jesse?
I started training when I was probably in grade 7.
What?
When I was 13 years old. So when I was younger, my dad always took me to the gym. Like we used to swim, we used to do like maybe 60 lengths in the pool. This was before grade 7. So prior to actually gymming, I used to just swim, and this got me in the work ethic of when I'm at the gym, you're actually just there to crunch down, knuckle down, and work hard. So grade 7, I started 2 to 3 times a week, depending on how often I could get there because of school and everything. And then as time progressed, maybe leading up to grade 10, I was gymming 4 to 5 times a week, but every day during the holidays. And then 11 and 12 came, I was gymming every day, if not like twice a day, hitting that cardio in the morning and then training in the evening, still going to rugby and all that. That's another question. So if you had to go out with your parents or friends or family, like what's the best alternative to eat? Say you go to a restaurant like, okay, let's say Spur for an example. What can you order at Spur that will help you reach those goals, even though you're out with friends and family, but you want to be healthy?
You see, now that we're older and we've seen the different approaches, personally, flexible dieting is probably the best thing that you can do. Flexible dieting, if you really want to know more about flexible dieting, I think Jesse's going to make another video on that very soon. But yeah, the cool thing is these days, in recent times, people are adding a nutrition plan with their food that they serve, so you kind of know what you're getting already.
So on the back, it's like when you buy food, on the back it has the nutritional values.
Yeah.
But now at restaurants they're starting to implement that into their menu, so that you can see how many calories and macronutrients are in that meal.
Yeah. So I think it's nice to know, like, in terms of options, what's the healthier options compared to the ones that aren't so healthy. But at the same time, because of that nutritional plan that comes with all the foods that restaurants are now serving, you kind of have more flexibility because you kind of know exactly what's in what, and that makes a big difference when it comes to choosing what foods you want to eat.
Okay, so say you go to Spur, we had to go to Spur on Monday night. So say a few of our mates get that buy one get one free burger,
Yeah,
but you want to like minimize the amount of carbs that you're eating. Like, what's the best alternative for you to get at Spur?
I'd probably get maybe chicken breast, and then instead of getting the chips and onion rings, I'd just say a salad. So I know it doesn't sound intense, but I mean that little difference makes a big difference.
Even just eating out, even though it's healthy, eating out, it just makes you feel more satisfied because someone else prepared it and it comes on a restaurant plate.
I would have, even though we got help from people for free when we were in school, I feel like I would have appreciated it if I had more guidance when I was a younger student.
Yeah, yes.
Especially to capitalize on, you know, the facilities that we had at all boys schools and sports schools with the gyms, etc. So, for the viewers, for the youngsters, teenagers, top exercises that you can do in the gym that will help with muscle growth and overall athleticism.
Yo, definitely the compound workouts, deadlifts, squats, lunges, box jumps.
I think so, bench press as well.
Bench press, definitely, incline, flat, also dumbbells. So your compound movements, your things that are going to use a majority of a muscle group. So deadlifts is going to use your whole back, it's going to use your hammies, it's going to pretty much use your core as well. Pull-ups, definitely.
For me, definitely the best bodyweight exercise that you probably can do. Not just for your back, but just for your strength.
So at varsity now, obviously you go out with friends, you go out to clubs, you go out jolling, having a nice time. How do you do this while still dieting?
You see, for me, well, what plays a big role is when I go out, I don't drink. Okay, so because of that, it's just a personal preference for me.
So the problem with drinking, not only with the amount of carbs and everything that are in those drinks, it also decreases and breaks down testosterone in your body.
Yeah.
And as you know, testosterone produces muscle and helps you build muscle. So
And recover.
Yes, you don't want to be drinking in the evening once you trained in the morning, and now you're going to lose all that muscle that you're trying to build.
Don't get us wrong, we're not saying don't drink.
Yeah, we're not saying don't drink, but drink in moderation.
Drink in moderation, and like we said earlier, it's the healthier, not the healthy choice, but the better choices that make a big difference. So
every little decision in life builds up and it has the domino effect.
yeah. So if I had to give an example, if we'd go out and say we did drink, or someone wanted to go have a beer or whatever, I'd recommend going for a Castle Light instead of a normal Castle beer, or going for wine instead of drinking like a cocktail mojito that's mixed with a lot of sugar and more flavored juices that come with the alcohol. Instead, rather go for things that are very low in calories, like the whiskey and water. Wine straight is probably one of the best, very low calorie, and you know, a glass of wine a day isn't bad.
Exactly, a glass of wine is actually great for your blood pressure, for heart function and everything. So, and also, like, say you do want to drink, you don't want to cut out drinking completely, and that's completely understandable. If you had to get like brandy and coke, rather get brandy and coke zero.
Yeah, less calories, and I'm sure it'll taste exactly the same.
It will taste exactly the same. So it will help you, even that 2% difference, it will help you get one step closer while still enjoying yourself.
Yeah.
You will reach those goals.
Yeah, exactly. And for those of you who basically don't have any self-control and want to get smashed,
grow a pair.
Grow a pair, or literally save one day when you have that really big night.
Make sure it's on a rest day, because your body is not trying to recover, it's not trying to produce that testosterone to help the muscles recover and grow. So you can, if you had to drink, make it on a rest day so that your body isn't trying to recover and then compensate with all this alcohol coming in. So one of the reasons also why I don't drink is because I like to eat my calories. I love food deeply. I have a massive appreciation for good food and spending time with friends while having nice, good, tasty food.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be drinking my calories away, because I don't want to, instead of having a burger one night, go and drink 3 beers. Like, I'd much rather eat my calories. I get much more satisfaction from eating good, nice takeaway food or restaurant food than from drinking. So that's my personal preference.
Okay, so since we're on this topic about food and stuff, before we leave the topic, if I could ask you what your favorite cheat meal is then?
My favorite cheat meal, I would say probably definitely pizza. And you?
Yeah, I think I have a really big sweet tooth, so I think I'd probably go for like pancakes or something like that. For me, that's one of the best
Okay,
things
so
I can have on a cheat day.
If you had to choose one thing
Okay.
Okay, so if you had to choose one meal in one sitting, what would that be?
If I had to choose one meal and a guy told me this is your last cheat meal you'll ever have, I'd probably pick a pizza as well. I really like just doughy pizza
From
with a lot
where?
of cheese. For me, probably the best is Romans because they have that thick crust and I really love thick crust pizza. That definitely satisfies me. Sushi is also an option, but like you said, if I had to choose and I only had one option, I'd definitely go for the pizza.
But that's the thing, like when we cheat, we go from pizza, we'll drive to the next place, we'll get some Krispy Kreme donuts, then we'll go to Spar, buy some sweets, then we'll get home and have some of Ian's rusks or something. Shh, don't tell Ian. But like that's the problem, we need to get in the mentality of, I know in the future I'm gonna get another cheat meal, so I don't need to go completely ham on this meal now. So definitely understand that Asad and I, we struggle. We struggle with stopping
Cravings.
ourselves.
Yeah, no, the cravings are real. We're not going to lie to you. I think the only way that you can really fight them, or at least control them, is, in my opinion, in the week you can diet as hard as you want. But if you are going to diet Monday to Saturday, and on a Sunday you're going to eat over 10,000 calories because in the week you didn't get these specific foods that you wanted to.
Yeah, because you completely
all you're going
deprived
to do is
yourself.
jeopardize all your hard work and progress during the week. So in my opinion, I think rather in the week if you're craving something, maybe set aside a few calories and have that in the week.
That's also why flexible dieting is so good.
That's why flexible dieting for me is one of the best ways that you can control those cravings, because you're not cutting it out completely. You're having it when you get the craving, but you're doing it in moderation.
See, that's the thing, like if my pre-workout today was going to be 100 grams of oats, which is 70 grams of carbs, which is 360 calories, I'd rather have one Krispy Kreme donut, which is also 360 calories. However, it may have a little bit more sugar. My body can handle it because I'll choose to rather have that maybe on leg or back day.
Yeah.
On a day we are working harder and a bigger muscle group.
So that's another thing. If we were speaking about cheat meals now, and someone would probably ask like, when's the best time to have a cheat meal? Jesse, do you want to answer that, Mr. Pro?
Okay, so my cheat meals are on Wednesdays and Saturdays and Tuesdays and Thursdays.
So every day.
Okay, no, so the days that I will usually the days that I will train back and legs, or the days that I will cheat. So Wednesdays I usually train legs or back, or maybe even sometimes arms in the morning and then legs in the evening, which is what we are going to go do tomorrow, and we are going to have some all-you-can-eat wings.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that.
If you want your chest to get bigger,
If your chest is lagging,
then move your cheat days to the days you're training chest. Knowledge bomb.
what else?
So, hope you guys enjoyed the video.
Okay.
Cheers, guys.
My way.